Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kayla here. And today is, I don't know why I always do this, it's like I'm writing a diary or something, but it's September 19th, I believe. And I haven't been posting for a few reasons. Part of the reason I've been doing a lot of these posts at the park is that I'm actually moving next week. So I'm trying to enjoy this beautiful space that's walking distance from my house at the moment. And you will see new scenery soon, I guess. I have a hard time with change, which is reflected in a lot of things in my life. I've had a hard time shifting my diet, changing my morning routine, changing, where I live, my comfort zone. But I am working on it, and I'm doing my best to approach it with an open mind and an open heart, and know that once I settle, I'm actually going to be in a much better place. And I really feel like this is kind of like the final change that needs to happen to be a kind of launch point to becoming, my future self. Last week I finished writing exams, and I was kind of sitting on the edge of my seat until last night when I finally the results were posted. And I'm thrilled to share that I passed all my exams. Last year I did have to rewrite an exam, so I worked hard to pass these, and I know there's still a lot more for me to learn. But I reached that checkpoint, and I did what was needed, and I set a goal, and I committed to it, and I followed through, and I got the results. And really, what more can you ask for? So now, like after last night, I truly feel like I'm one step closer to making my way through this incredible program. For those that do not know, I'm studying manual osteopathy. And as time goes on and as I learn more, I'm going to incorporate more into what I share online, because there's so much that can be connected to everyday life and things that people can benefit from. Yeah, and what else? Today is 43 days on a raw vegan diet. I'm not perfect. But you know what I do? Every morning I wake up and I show up again. And there was really only a 24-hour period that I ate a few cooked things. And it's funny, it was again the dinner with my mom, my grandma, my sister. But I didn't go have vegan desserts afterwards. I had a very wholesome low-fat meal. And I enjoyed it, and I took my time, and I realized like how differently my body is digesting, and how I felt so full for so long afterwards. And it's like the opposite thing that people complain about when they shift to a raw diet or switch to more fruit, is that they're often like, well, I got hungry so soon. I would prefer that over the feeling of having like a heavy, full stomach for hours. And I'm grateful that I've been able to meander a little in order to have that experience, to have that contrast and comparison. And I will say, because I'm all about totally being honest here, I had some steamed broccoli last night. And this used to be like just something I would crave. I put a little bit of Celtic sea salt on broccoli, and I loved it. And last night I ate it, and I'm like, this just doesn't have that it used to. And I kind of am over it. And that's like the best thing you can ask for, is when you let yourself kind of wander from what the core of what you're doing is, whatever it is. And instead of allowing yourself to fall down that rabbit hole you stay very present with the experience, because you are doing something that you don't normally do, and you see whether it's something you want to include or not. I know that I haven't like ruined my health or the progress I've made by eating a bit of steamed broccoli or by eating like a vegan dish at a restaurant, because I didn't allow it to. And this is not something that I will incorporate on a frequent basis. This is like a pretty much from this point on, it's okay if I'm out with people or it's a special occasion or whatever, but it'd be a very planned, very conscious thing. And there's not going to be any spontaneous like changing of my plans. Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm still eating tons of fruit, and something that I just started incorporating, I guess this is kind of like a what's up video. The last thing I want to mention is that if you've been watching my Insta stories, you'll see that I've been posting a lot about medical medium. I've actually been following, well, I've been reading the first book. I've had it for, I guess, like a year now. Someone recommended me to read it. Well, indirectly recommended me to read it about a year ago. But I've had his 3 currently released books on my shelf for quite some time. So now that exams are done, I'm giving myself that little bit of pleasure reading every day. Yes, that's what I consider pleasure reading. But I started doing 2 days ago the heavy metal detox smoothie. And I want to try to summarize this really quickly. Basically, as a child, almost every molar in my mouth was filled with a mercury amalgam filling, and up until I think less than 2 years ago, I still had mercury fillings in my mouth. They have all been removed. I don't know whether they've been safely removed or not, but the fact is, for the majority of my life, there was mercury sitting exposed in my mouth, in my body. And the heavy metal detox smoothie, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but basically it helps the body to release into the bloodstream or into the body, and then capture and actually remove with a combination of foods that are incorporated. So the smoothie actually incorporates 5 different ingredients within a 24-hour period, but all at the same time. Or you can do like these 5 different foods throughout the day. But I like it all at once, so I've been doing that smoothie just whenever I fit it in, and it's actually like really delicious, which was unexpected for me. Yeah, but I will, if you want to hear more about that, actually, give me a comment down below on what you would like me to elaborate on, because there's so many different directions I can go in. But anyway, this video is long enough now, and things will be a little sporadic until I get settled. But wish me luck on the move. I've got like 9 days until I have to be out of my apartment. So guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.